Hey guys, Naz here with another video. In this video, I'll be going over my no tanks, no problem build for full Metal Jaguar. This is a late and endgame build for anyone who didn't fully read the title, so you have been warned for spoilers. Okay, with that out the way, let's get into this, yeah? Before I go over the arts, I believe it's best we discuss the base skills, as this will give us a better understanding of how I got to this build. Sixth Sense doubles our accuracy against enemies using arts. Positional Pro lets us equip another positional art. This may seem weird to have on a range attacker, but performing positional arts help us fill our talent gauge quicker. Shock Shot doubles our damage against foes using arts. And lastly, Bullet Symphony. This will increase our damage by 255% after 13 attacks have connected. This is actually really easy to pull off. The downside is if you miss an auto or an art, then it goes back to 0. That's the complication that comes with playing this job, but I have a fix for that, and it isn't Sixth Sense. We'll go over that in a bit, but for now, let's go over our master skills. You'll want the blades these passive come from to be level 20 to get the full value out of them. Protector's Pride from Guardian Commander. You'll want everyone to have this passive to fully make the most out of this team composition, as 50% cooldown reduction is very powerful. Next up is Eye for Weak Points from Incursor. We're using this to get our sad 10% critical hit chance to 20% after 50 hits. I'll explain the 27 later. And lastly, we'll be running Frenzied Comboed from Martial Artists. Full Metal Jaguar comes with a lot of multi-hit attacks, and each of those attacks have a chance to critically hit to activate this passive, meaning just 4 critical hits will refresh our art. Now that our passives are set, let's go over our arts. Quick Draw is our bread and butter for this build. 1, because you'll be tanking, so you'll need an evade to dodge attacks, and 2, it has the shortest cooldown of the class. Demolish is our second best art. This does very good damage and can ignore the enemy's defense half the time. This is insanely strong once you factor in that we'll be doubling our damage if we use it while an enemy is attacking us with an art. Lastly, Fatal Barrage, as it will act as a 10+ hit attack towards the 50 we need, and it has a long animation. Dead Set doesn't make the cut because we want to have aggro, and Superstorm might seem odd not to include. Especially if we miss, we lose 255% damage, but trust me, it's not needed. Now let's go over our master arts. Ring of Roses is a 3 charge that reduces our cooldown as a field effect. Aerial Slash has a nice base and lets us evade attacks while this art is active. Same goes for Jackal Claw. You want to pair these evades with our base art, so every time you fusion art, you're also evading. Just copy the setup and you'll be fine. Our talent art Violent Streak also lets us evade attacks, so don't change this. Next, we'll go over our gems. We'll want Steel Cleaver, as our strength is the lowest of the attacker blades, and we need the extra damage. Analyze Weakness, as we'll have a 54% chance to critically hit, so we may as well do 70% more damage. And lastly, Empowered Combo, because we're firing art cancels non-stop. Now that our gems are set, let's go over our accessories. Our first accessory will be Thermo Headgear. This will give us a flat 17% chance on our 10%, making it 27%. You want this instead of critical percentage increases, as you won't get anywhere close to this. Chaotic Memory is the solution to never missing. Since we'll be canceling arts, we'll always be able to hit our enemy. Fraternal Badge, because cooldown reduction is so powerful, and this is the only build I have made so far that lets us use this item, so use Sparking Believe we're equipping this. You'll ideally want this on all allies to make really quick work of your foe. Since I had to farm 6 of these, here's the location for the unique monster that drops this. Now that you're fully set up, there's one last thing we need. Have at least one party member with the glittering Melody talent art. This refreshes all arts and pauses any buffs you may have. You'll also want them to have the Capable Hands master skill from Flash Fencer, so they can use this ASAP in the battle. This is needed to get Uni online, or I guess anyone. I'm using Uni on full Metal Jaguar because she has an S in it, but honestly, anyone can use it and get the job done. Party composition doesn't matter as long as you do not have a tank in it. Any buffs and field effects will obviously enhance the performance of the team, but it's not needed as we're the start of the show. Let me do a quick demonstration, as we have a few rules to follow to get the most out of this build. You'll want to start off by having your auto attack connect and then cancel that into Fatal Barrage to get us a quick 10 hit count. Then do Quick Draw to evade any attack that the enemy might be using, and Demolish. From here, just use anything that's up. Around this time, the AI should be using their Glittering Melody, which will get all our arts back from their cooldown. From here, our priorities now using Fusion Art Quick Draw, Demolish, and Fatal Barrage in that order. Just play whack-a-mole from here, but remember, please use them as a fusion art, otherwise you're gonna get hit and die. And if you for some reason have a really bad RNG run and you just couldn't get the crits, use your talent art as a last minute escape so you don't die. And as soon as you come back from that, use things that are a cooldown to give you evade. If you have any questions, then ask down in the comments below. Don't forget, if this video brought value to you, please leave a like and consider subscribing to see more as I play a wide array of RPG games and I break them down just like this. Until the next video, I'll see ya!
Come on, who else? Yes, Uni's the boss.